What's going on, guys? Jake, the MMA dad. Hey, Hangover gang, it's that time. I missed you guys. I missed everybody. I miss doing reactions for you guys. If you guys don't know, I've had a crazy last week. I just reacted to Sabaton and Ryan Upchurch, and I kind of talked about what had been going on in those videos. I'll let the Hangover gang know as well, just in case you guys don't watch those other videos. For those of you all know, I'm a police officer. I usually patrol night shift, but I'm also the head defensive tactics, handcuffing, and baton instructor for the police academy. Just doing what I can to make sure that police officers are being trained properly and to be able to handle, confrontation the right way, and doing what I can to help officers be prepared so that we don't have any excessive force or anything like that. So anyway, that being said, I usually take vacation from my regular patrol job in order to have those days off to teach the police academy. But due to lack of staffing at my agency, I couldn't take time off. So training police officers, young police officers, to do things the right way is a big passion of mine. So I went ahead and I worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. on patrol, got off, changed my clothes, went straight over to the police academy, trained the police academy in martial arts and batons and handcuffing from 8 a.m. to about 4:30 to 5 p.m. and got home as quick as I could, laid down in bed, usually slept between 3 and 4 hours a night. I did that all week long. So I'm a hands-on instructor, so I'm out there doing these techniques with these guys. And so needless to say, by the end of the week, I was pretty beat down. And so I was trying to recover over the weekend. I had 2 hours of stunt training for some movies that I'm going to be doing in the near future on Sunday. So I did the best I could to recover. I missed you guys a lot. I really wanted to get to making some videos, making some content for you guys, but I was overwhelmed, and it was a long week. It was a long week, but I'm glad to be back, and thank you guys so much for being understanding and being patient with me. And yeah, I don't want to hold you guys up no more. So like I said, we reacted to Sabaton, to Hell and Back. Phenomenal. About Audie Murphy, fellow Texan hero. If you don't know who Audie Murphy is, go check him out. If you don't know who Sabaton is, go check them out. They're amazing. We reacted to Ryan Upchurch, and now we're getting in to the one and only Tom MacDonald. And you guys have been telling me on my Tom MacDonald journey that I need to go back to the song that blew him up. And you guys said that was Dear Rappers. I hope I got the right one. But yeah, you guys said this is kind of where the explosion started. I'm excited to get into it. I'm excited, man. Tom and Nova are always phenomenal. They never disappoint me, and I can only imagine that I'm not going to be disappointed again. So here we go. Tom MacDonald, Dear Rappers. Let's get into this. And boom.
Man, it's easy for these rappers who have it all. Talk about the days when they used to be sad. I guess I can't relate to being famous and wealthy. I'm 28 and still praying for the day I have a chance. Maybe y'all can help me out though. I'm just trying to take care of my household. I don't even want to make my mouth go. I just want to win before the system that I'm in gets a hold of me again and starts to squeeze under my chin until I'm out cold. Dear rappers, can you help me? I'll even take a selfie with your album that I bought. I got every single CD that you ever fucking dropped. I spent everything I had and I never had a lot. Oh my god, what a mess. Your words help me deal with the stress. Used to contemplate my suicide the nights I was depressed. Used to pop you in a boombox and sit up on my desk, listen to your music till I felt it in my chest. But these days it's like you don't have nothing left. Your music feels kinda like you're trying to write a check. Everything is digital, I mean no disrespect, but I'm paying even more and you give me even less. What the fuck? You taught me to think, you taught me to grow, you taught me the things to survive on my own. But now you teach me to drink, you teach me to smoke, you teach me to think. Every woman's a hoe. I don't want your Xanax.
Ooh, okay. All right, let me digest that. So first of all, Tom didn't like waste any time. There was no like, hey, let me introduce the beat to you, you know, have the build up. It was just like beat drop, boom, he's coming right at you. So the thing I like about Tom a lot with his flows is how articulate he is. Like you can hear every single word, you can hear every single syllable. He just has a very good way of doing his flows. And so I get what's going on right now. So he's like talking to rappers that have already made it, that are already like up at the top, and he's coming up, and he's basically saying like, you know, I bought all your albums and everything, and now that things are digital, I'm paying more, but you're giving me less. Like you're not even giving me the same substance. You're not giving me the same content. You're not giving me the same value for my money, but you're charging me more. And you know, I like where he was going right there at the end, where he says, you know, you just teach me about drinking and drugs and, you know, disrespecting women. You know, you have to admit that goes on a lot in a rap game. And the music that you put out, and I'm not going to sit here and get on a soapbox or anything, because I listen to it. I enjoy listening to a lot of that music. But at the same time, you have to think, are you being careless with your lyrics? Because you have a massive following that you have an influence over, and the messages that you're portraying are going to have an impact on people. I understand that everybody has free will, everybody makes their own decisions. It's not music's fault. I'm not saying it's music's fault. But what I'm saying is that there are certain people that it will affect to the point where they do start to follow what you're showing in your videos, what you're portraying in your lyrics. So I see where Tom's going, and I like it. Let me back it up just a tiny bit.
I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell me that it's art. No, 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 no. Yeah. Just a drug addict on TV. I can't hear another fucking song about abusing medication that I had to take just to stay alive. There's more important shit than what you wear and where you live and who you fucking, what you drink and what you spend and what you drive. Rappers full of bullshit. Rappers just a marketing vehicle for the product that the man wants you to buy. Rap about a full clip. Rappers just promoting different liquors and varieties of ways that you could die. Yeah. Dear rappers, can you help me? Are you almost out of alcohol to sell me? Tell me, cause drinking every night can be the way to getting wealthy. If I'm really being honest, all the shit is overwhelming. I need someone to look up to. You're living in a country that elected Donald Trump. You're living in a country where police are killing people every day, and all you want to talk about is doing drugs. You've been blinded by the money, you've been blinded by the cars, you've been blinded by the women. Don't know who the fuck you are. Thought I knew you when I spent $100 on a ticket to your show, and now I feel like you stole my fucking money and I'm broke. Man, you taught us how to rap, and you taught us how to dress, and you taught us how to act if we wanted to impress. Now you're teaching me to live like I know you never would. What you're preaching to these kids is keeping them inside the hood. Your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money.
Okay. So he had a lot to unpack there, you know. He was talking about how, you know, these businesses and these people with agendas and stuff like that are basically using these rappers to push those agendas, to drive them forward, to sell these products. And most of the products are products that, you know, if you abuse or if you consume too much of, it's going to negatively impact your life. And, you know, when you start getting massive groups of people who have all had their lives negatively affected, now it can negatively affect the community as a whole. So I see, and I 100% agree. And I'm going to sit here as a police officer, right? Because there are some people who, that bar that he had about police officers killing people, you know, they would get upset at it, right? They would be like, no, that's not happening. Or, you know, they would take it some kind of personal way. Look, I don't take any of the criticism that's thrown towards law enforcement personally. The reason I say that is I'm not going to sit here and pretend that there are not people out there that should not be wearing the badge. There are 100% police officers walking around right now that don't deserve to wear that badge, that should not be wearing that badge. That being said, I don't think that it's fair to judge all police officers off of the action of a few, the same as I don't believe it's fair to judge anybody within any group, within any culture, within anything like that based on the actions of a few. So to me, you know, there's a lot of talk about, well, just because somebody has tattoos and sagged their pants and is from a certain area or a certain race or a certain demographic, you know, they're automatically going to be drug dealers, or automatically going to be criminals, or automatically going to be thugs, or automatically going to be this. I love tattoos. I'm going to tell you right now, if I had the money, I would have full sleeves and all kinds of stuff. I love tattoos. It is 100% not fair, not ethical, and not right to judge an entire group of people based off the actions of a few. But if you believe that way like I do, that means that it has that same logic, that same rule of that same thought process has to apply to every group. You can't pick and choose. You can't say that, oh, you know, well, that's true, but not if you're talking about this group, or that's true as long as you're not talking about this group, or that's true as long as you're only talking about this group. You can't do it that way. It has to be across the board, right? So if I say that you shouldn't judge all police officers based on the action of a few, that also means that I have to apply my own thought process, my own logic to every other group, every other demographic, and that's what I do. And, you know, it's, if you guys want, okay, and I don't like getting into political stuff. I don't like getting into things like that. If you want me to do a video where I kind of talk about my viewpoints on where the disconnect is between law enforcement and the community, I will do that. I'm not afraid to do that. And I'm not afraid of, you know, whatever comes out of that. It's my hope that something positive comes out of that, because I have had conversations on social media, because if I ever post something on social media that has anything to do with that, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm going to make it only so my friends can see it so that I don't have to deal with as much backlash. No, if I do something like that, it's a public post. And I do it on purpose, because the only way that anything's going to get any better is we have to learn from one another. And the way we have to learn from one another is we can't take what the other person's feelings are, what their thought process is, what their opinions are, personal. We have to sit there and have a conversation about it. And I'm fine having those conversations. So if you guys want that video, let me know, and I'll make that video. But I love what Tom's doing right here. Great song.
In my face and try to tell me that it's art. No. Just a drug addict. I don't want your Xanax bars or your fancy foreign cars. Throw your money in my face and try to tell TV. Yeah.
I like it, Tom. It's a hard beat too, man. You always make great beats. I like it, man. It's kind of like the whole, I don't want to say taking shots, but, calling out the industry, right? So in a nutshell, at least my thoughts, right? How I interpret the song is, where's your substance, right? If you think about it, right? Tupac's song Changes comes to mind, right? You're an artist. You have this talent, this talent to deliver a message to people in a way that makes them want to listen, right? Not everybody can pick up a pen and write something that's going to impact people. Not everybody has the talent to deliver that in a way that makes people want to listen, right? So when you have that talent, when you have the ability to spread a message, what kind of message do you want to spread? Tom is saying that, why are you spreading the message that drugs are cool? Why are you spreading the message that, treating women in a negative light is cool? Why are you spreading the message that the only thing that matters in life is money and partying and drinking and doing drugs? Like, why is that the message that you choose when there's so many messages that you could be bringing light to with the talent that you have? Now, that being said, like I said, I enjoy, music that doesn't exactly have the most positive of messages. But I think Tom is getting to the point of, can't you have balance, right? Tupac had balance, right? So Tupac had his music that you could look at and be like, well, it's probably not the most positive message to be putting out into the world. But then he had his songs like Changes, where it was 100% speaking on something that needed to be spoke on. So I love it, man. I say it every time I react to Tom and Ryan. These guys and Struggle Jennings and Adam Calhoun, these guys that are willing to go out there, willing to call out all the BS, and willing to say, this isn't right, and I'm going to let you know why. I'm going to give you my opinion, and then I'm going to stand by my opinion. I can't do nothing but respect it, right? And I think it's, no matter if you agree with their messages or not, you have to respect the fact that they're exercising their right to speak what's on their mind, and they're not backing down from it. Because in today's society, so many people will back down to the masses if the masses come at them, and it's easy to back down. It's harder to take a stand. So, Tom, great song as always, great message, and that's what I've come to love about Tom is the messages that he's putting out there. And I love it. Hangover Gang, I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is one that you guys have been saying I need to get to. I got to it. I'm glad to be back with you guys. This is reaction number 3 for the night. I'm going to try and get one more done for you guys on the channel. And that being said, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.